Hello, everyone, and welcome to Philosophy 201 Introduction to Philosophy. My name is Patricia Gross, and I am here with you on this lovely Wednesday to give you a lecture on the second half of the apology reading that you had for this week. So the first lecture is now live on here, and again, I'm giving these lectures, but they're not on the website yet, so this is going to look a little bit different. The Moodle page will look a little bit different as soon as I pop up that new lecture, but you can see week 2 lecture Monday, and this is going to be week 2 lecture Wednesday. And the first question that I would like to ask is, did Socrates deserve to die? Look how grumpy he looks about to take the poison. So, did Socrates deserve to die? What were the old charges he discusses at the beginning of his defense speech from the reading for last time? There is a man called Socrates, a wise man, a student of all things in the sky and below the earth, who makes the worse argument the stronger. He got this reputation, as you know, by annoying everyone in town with questions. His needling Socratic method that forces people to come to recognize when their arguments fail them. To give you an example of this, I think many of you know this, when you want to go out to eat with your family or friends and you're trying to figure out what you're going to have. Is it Chinese or pizza or whatever? And someone in your group keeps just saying no. Oh, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. So basically, they're not providing any solution. They're just denying anything. Right? So this is a meme I found, Socrates trolling people since before it was cool, and in a way he did get killed for trolling people. But as you know, around page 4, at the end of page 4, he gets to the actual charges against him, right? And the actual charges are Socrates is guilty of corrupting the young and not believing in the gods in whom the city believes, but in other new spiritual things, right? And so, okay, he says that he's going to go and examine both of these point by point, right? And how does he do it? At first, he starts with the Socratic method by questioning Meletus, right? About the possibility of corrupting the young. Who's more likely to corrupt the horse breaker, or everybody else the horse comes in contact with, right? So I could go more into this, how he goes through this point by point, but actually that's your job. As you know, you'll need to finish reading questions for your discussion boards this week. So in week 2, the first part, which is due on Wednesday, you had 6 questions to answer. Now there are so many more. There are 19 more questions to answer. And for these questions, here's what I want you to do. I want you to collaborate with your classmates and collaboratively answer all of these questions. As a class, all 19 questions are due by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Each of you should probably do at least 3 or 4 questions to get them done, and you can decide which 3 or 4 you want to do, or you can go on the website, choose which 3 you want to do, go ahead and do them, and then leave it for someone else. But you definitely want to check and make sure they've all been answered. One thing to note is that when I wrote these questions, I wrote them as I was rereading the text. So they're pretty much in order of the text. So that should be helpful. There's no need to respond to your classmates' questions or responses unless they're wrong, and then you can put up the correct answer. So I'm looking forward to see, that's my friend Rachel calling from Germany. I'm looking forward to see what you have to say there. And for a bonus so these questions that you have to do for your assignment should draw you through Socrates' argument for why he hadn't actually corrupted the youth and why he wasn't actually impious. For a bonus to your midterm grade, you can send me Socrates' reasoning for both of these, right? So it's the question, but also you can just write it out for me and send it to me for a bonus, like why Socrates says he didn't corrupt the youth and why he wasn't impious. Like, what was his argument? Okay? But surprising no one, Socrates lost his case. He got to suggest his own sentence, however, and he had the choice between exile, a steep fine, or death. And so his response to this was to offer to be made into an Olympic hero who got free meals for life. Right? And then when they're like, Socrates, that's not really a thing, he says, oh, like $20, I'll give you a $20 thing, because he doesn't have any money. And so, of course, he's sentenced to death, right? And so this brings us back to that first question, did Socrates deserve to die? And I think it's really up to you to wonder about this. Certainly, he pushed them to be killed. And there's more things that we could go over that we're not going to go over in this particular class about the nature of death and the nature of philosophy being a desire for death. That's if you like, I can offer the philosophy of death and dying at some point if you're so interested. But did Socrates deserve to die? Who knows? And then we have come into the question of what does deserving mean, right? According to the statutes of Greece, according to his own arguments, according to the arguments that were given against him in his trial, or for some other reason. So think about this, ponder upon this as you go throughout the week and you finish these reading questions. Finally, I know this was a really short video, I promised. I would like you, this is Loki, isn't he cute? Anyway, so for your, for next time, I would like you to read Meno 1 through 15. So it's the Platonic dialogue Meno, right? And this, I don't think that this is the right assignment. I don't even think that I have the assignment written here yet. Yes, there's no assignment here yet. So who knows what that homework assignment's going to be. I will let you know after, well, I'll let you know before week 2 happen or week 3 happens what the assignment is. But you definitely have to read Meno. Your assignment's not going to be due till Wednesday on the discussion board anyway, so we'll be up in a little bit. And maybe send me a picture of your cat or dog. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.